All right, welcome everyone. I'm really excited because today we have Jay on. If you watched our live a couple of weeks ago, Jay and Megan were on showing how they use Notion, and Jay had offered to do a training. Any teacher that wants help setting up their own Notion, he said he would do a little training for. So today we brought a teacher on. Thank you, Lacey, for coming on. Who does not have? She just signed up for a Notion account, a free Notion account before this, so she has zero experience with it. She's going to share her screen and Jay's going to walk us through. You guys are invited to do this along with us. And if you have any questions while we're doing it, leave it in the chat. But we're going to set up our Notion today. And the reason that you might want to have a Notion, well, actually, Jay, I'll let you tell that. Why would you want to have a Notion for your online teaching business?
Okay, you don't need it. I'll be honest with you, you don't need it. Especially if you've got like 10 students, you probably don't need it. But once you start growing, having your Google Drive, having your spreadsheet, it becomes too much to manage. It's too much to manage. This gives you a real back office presence. Not to say if you only have 5 students that you can't do it. Of course you can. But that's a manageable number using Google spreadsheets and stuff like using all the traditional methods, the old school stuff. That's fine. But if your intent is to grow beyond that, then you might as well start doing something like this now.
So you don't have to go through. You don't have to go through and put.
And I went through, excuse the word, language hell for 2 weeks because I added a lot of students all at once, in addition to the 60 that I already had.
Okay. So what does it help with? Like, why would it?
You know what? It keeps everything in one place. You can see your students. You can see how many classes they have left in their package. You can customize this and do things that I didn't do that you might want. But you can also you can keep lesson memos there, and you can create the memos in a way that the parents can see them. They won't be able to see their packages though, and I'll explain why when we get to that point. Because essentially you're going to put all the students in one database, and you can filter a database so you only see a certain student, but when you share, you can't share a filtered database. So they would see everybody, which there's nothing really in there that is personal or private. There's nothing, they just see a student named Johnny, and they don't know who Johnny is. There's no, at least I don't put any personal information in there that could connect that to an actual person. Okay.
So you can track your packages, you can track your students, you can track your income, you can save all of their
I haven't done the income yet. I had it for a little while, but I didn't like it, so I just removed it. And I will add it back on there when I figure out how I want it to look.
Okay.
I did play around with some templates in the marketplace. I have not paid for any templates. I tried out a few free ones, didn't like them. But I think it's something that I don't have to pay for. I think I can make what I need.
Okay. All right. So what I want everybody to do, Lacey has already done this. If you do not have a Notion account, you're going to go to this link down here, notion.com, set up your free account, and then you can hop in with us. And Lacey is going to, Jay's going to walk Lacey through setting it up, and you can do it right along with us. Okay.
Okay. So Lacey, where are we? Okay. So you can do this in team spaces. Just create a new page. So put your mouse over team spaces.
Where's that?
It's on the left. You should have a page underneath there. Yep.
Go down.
Actually, you know what? Just do it on private. That's fine. It doesn't matter.
This one?
To private. Nope. Private. On the left. There you go. Oh, you just passed it. about 2 inches. There you go.
This
See
one?
on private, no, you see where it says private on the very left?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Add new.
click that plus sign. Yeah, add new. And so this is going to be your main page. So what do you want to call
I don't know what's going on it.
it? You can change the name later. You
Okay.
can just put teaching, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And you
New
just
teaching
want it to be,
page.
yep, you just want it to be a page for now. Okay. Okay. Now, underneath teaching, we need to create a database. Okay. And we're going to actually create probably 3 today. So do a backslash, type back, just hit, and then type data and see. Okay. Do an inline. Just do an inline database. There you go. Okay. And we're going to name this packages. Okay. Okay, good. So, each student is going to have their own package, okay, and it's going to be their name, but we're not going to do that yet. First, click Add Property, and click Number.
Oh.
There you go. There you go. So, and now we want to rename this. So just click on that field in Number. There you go. Just click that, and up at the top you can just change that to package size, just to make it easy. Okay, good. All right, now let's click the plus again, and we're gonna do a formula. So scroll down, there's a formula there somewhere. There it is on the bottom left. There you go. And we're going to name this classes remaining. Okay. All right. And then we want to we're going to do we can't do that right now. Okay. So underneath that, you see that scroll bar at the bottom there? Can you add, Can you add something underneath it? Will it let you click underneath it to add something? No. Okay.
No.
All right, that's fine. Let's just create a new page then.
New?
Not here. No, on the left. So just put your mouse over teaching. We'll just add it in the teaching. Just click the plus. Okay, good. All right, we're going to call this student tracking. We'll call it student tracking.
Okay.
And just click enter, or just click off of it. It should save it.
Oh,
okay, so click student tracking down there at the bottom. Okay, so under student tracking, we are going to do a slash, and we're going to backslash, and we're going to create another database. So just type data and do another inline. That's fine. Okay, good. You're doing great. Okay, so we've got the name. Click Add Property. And select Date. Good. Okay. And then I set up a test one earlier today, and I want to make sure. Okay, good. That's the minimum that we need. Okay. And go back to Packages.
How do I get back up?
Just go to the left. On the left.
Oh, right here.
Up. There you go. Good. Okay. So we're going to add click the plus sign next to classes remaining. And we're going to do a relation. So scroll down. So what a relation is it's going to allow us to connect to databases. Okay. So click Packages there. Good. And related to, and make it a two-way relation. And don't ask me what the difference is. I don't know. I just know if I make it two-way. It does everything I want it to do. Okay, just click add relation. Okay, good, good. All right, now click off that. Okay, now click the plus again. Yeah, and we're gonna add a roll-up. Okay, now click that roll-up. And we're gonna use you're gonna call that you're gonna call that classes used. Okay, all right. Now click edit property, and then click that relation. Yep, and related packages. Yep. Okay, target property. You can select either the name or the date. It doesn't matter. I usually use the date. It's not on there. So just name is fine. Name is fine. And then calculate. And we're going to use count all. Okay, there you go. That's good. Okay. So this is like the basics of what you need. Okay. So first thing we want to do, let's go to student tracking. Okay. I want to make sure I set that up right. So we are, hold on, tracking. Oh, the plus sign on tracking. Click the plus next to date. Okay, we're gonna make it, we're gonna do another relation. There you go. Okay, packages.
Oh, it's on here.
Yep.
Add
And
relation.
there you go. Okay, click off that. Okay, so now we're gonna add our first student. So you're gonna add the student. So let's just call him student 1 or test 1. Yep, just click that.
I'll do student 1.
Yep.
Excuse me.
And then, so when we enter something in student tracking, we have to put a date because that means he took a class. Okay. So click the date. We'll just make it today. You can just pick any day. Yep. Click it. Then click off. There you go. Okay. Now, so he's taken a class, but we don't know what class he's taken, what package he's using. So we are gonna, okay, you got to go back to packages. I'm sorry.
We have to make our packages.
Right. We have to make a package for student 1. So we're going to keep it easy. Just name the packages the same as the student. You can't create one package and have 75 different students using it. You can't do that. Okay. You have to, so yeah, student 1 is fine. Let's just say he has 10 classes.
Should I just do 10 or 10 classes?
Yeah. No, 10, just the number 10.
Okay.
Okay. Don't do anything else. Don't do anything else now. Classes remaining. Click that up at the top.
Where?
Right where you highlighted the cell below it. So we want to go up.
I don't.
No,
oh,
no, right. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Click edit property and then edit formula. Okay. So now I want you to type in or click on package size and then minus, the minus button.
It didn't do it?
Yeah, no, it's not in there. I just see package size. Oh, no, I do see a minus. Okay. And then click on classes used.
Oh,
and then save.
It's like a Google spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's not much. Yeah, there's no real, people freak out because they think it's real programming, but it's not. It's just,
but it's
okay, click off that.
You don't have to know all the formulas like you would with a spreadsheet. So this is
yeah.
Right. This very basic. Okay, now go back to student tracking for student one. Okay, and click that. Yep. And select his package. Just click
Uh-oh.
it. Just click student one where it's highlighted. Oh, what are you doing? Just click the double arrows now. Close that. There you go. Okay, now go back to packages. It didn't calculate. All right, that's okay. That means I did something wrong.
Is it because you put the date in after,
Today.
or
Doesn't matter.
you put the date in before you put in the package?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So let me look at my packages page. Sorry, guys.
Because it should say 9 remaining, right?
Okay, so let me see your packages page. I want to see all the fields we have. Okay, you know what? See that related back to packages? Get rid of that. Just click that.
This one?
Right click that. No, the one to the right of it.
This one?
Yeah, right click it. Delete all the way at the bottom. Yep. Okay, so go back to student tracking. What am I missing here? We're missing something here. Okay, you know what? Just delete that. Delete student one in tracking. Just so on the left where it has the 6 tiny dots. Yep, just click that and delete. Okay, so now we're going to do it again. So, yeah, student one, there you go. There you go. Click it. Done. Click on. Okay, now go back to packages. It's not calculating.
Yeah.
Let me look at your classes remaining formula again. So package size minus package used. Okay, let's click on classes used because that hasn't calculated anything. Edit property and relation. Oh, we didn't select. Yeah, that's why. Click that. Okay, we got to add the relation back. So click the plus again right next to it. Oh, wait a minute. When you go back to classes used, I'm sorry.
Should we put a 1?
No. You shouldn't have to put anything. You shouldn't have to input anything. It should calculate it for you. So click on classes used at the top, not down there. Okay, edit property. And then click that relation. Select. No results. Okay, so we're going to add a relation in there again. Okay, click the plus next to in the column to the right. There you go. Yep, and we're going to add a relation. Scroll down. There you go. All right. We are in click that new table. That's the one. Okay. Now click make that a two-way. There we go. And just click add relation. Good. Okay. All right, good. Now click classes used again at the top. Yep. Edit property, relation, click that. There you go. Untitled database. That's fine.
Click it.
Okay. Yep. And then target property, name is fine. And then calculate. Go to calculate and click count all. There you go. Click off. Okay, see now it says 0 classes used.
Okay.
Now we're good. So let's go back to student tracking. And now, okay, this has happened to me before. Where it says packages 1, add student 1 there. Yeah. Okay. Now go back to packages.
There.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you've got that calculating.
Okay.
Okay. Now go back to student tracking and then right click that first packages column. And
This
I
one?
don't like to delete yet, right click it, but I do like to hide. So go down and just select hide. Okay. All
Okay.
right. So we've got 1 student done.
Yay.
But I want I want us to do at least 2 or 3 students today because you're going to see why in a minute. So
Okay.
go ahead and add your second student. I would start in student tracking. Yeah. Okay.
Should I do a different date?
Doesn't matter. Okay. Okay.
Student 2
Now
again?
you can create it right here. Absolutely. Student 2.
Okay.
There you go. And then
Plus?
yep. There you go. Click off.
Oh.
Okay, good. Now go up to packages and you should see.
Oh.
Okay, but we haven't put his package size in.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do that. You can just do it here. Yeah, you can put 5 or 20 or whatever you want. It doesn't matter. So there. So he has 4 classes left.
Oh, this is great. No, this is seriously great.
Well, wait till I show you some other stuff because
Oh
it's
my
going to get
gosh.
better. How many students do you have, Lacey?
I think I have 5. So when you were like, if you have 5 students, you don't really need this, I was like,
Well, you don't, but it's okay to start it now
yeah.
because eventually you're going to have 700 students. Right?
Well, that's not entirely true. You have 5 paying students. You have done trials, okay,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you have just started enrolling students. So, like, you're brand new as an independent teacher.
Yeah,
You're going to get there. You're going to get to where Jay is. So you're going to need this.
Maybe you don't want to be there.
Well, my brain is already like overwhelmed because I use Google Documents and Word
Yeah, me
documents
too.
and notebooks.
I had a spreadsheet tracking packages with 85 tabs on it.
Oh my gosh. This is going to be great. No, this is going to help so much.
Okay, so let's do another student. I want us to have 3 students. There you go. And I'm going to, okay, you're in packages now, remember.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. That's okay. You can do it however you want.
I'll do 8. And then
The rest is fine because he hasn't taken any classes yet.
okay.
We haven't recorded any yet. So go back to student tracking now. There you go. And let's add student 3.
Ah. 3.
Okay. Whatever date you want, doesn't matter.
4th of July.
There you go. And it's already made, so you can click it. You're good. You're
Cool.
golden. Now go check your packages now. There
Cool.
you go.
Yay.
Okay, so now we are at like ground floor. You could operate with this. This isn't great though. Okay, this isn't.
Can I ask you a quick question?
For $700, yes.
Okay. So, no, if you put the date into the future, does it show as classes used or not until that date hits?
It shows it's used. If you put it in there, it's going to count as used. Because
Okay.
I generally set all this up the day before my classes. I've got everything input. All I got to do is teach. Okay. Now, this isn't very useful this way, right? This is your back end. Okay. This is not what you want to work from. Okay. So let's create under your teaching page, let's create a page called students.
Would it be a plus?
Yep. There you go. Good. Okay. Now, underneath students, let's create a page for student 1, student 2, and student 3.
Each, so
They each are going to get their own page.
okay.
Okay, good. Okay, click on, let's go to student one's page.
I think I know what this is going to be for.
No,
Is this going to
well,
be for notes?
underneath students,
I'm sorry.
underneath
I'm excited.
students. I know, you're going to get more excited in a minute. Don't pee your
Oh,
pants.
underneath.
Don't click over here. On the left, on the left, on the left, on the left. Yeah, underneath students. Click on student one. Don't add. There you go. Click it. Okay, good. Now, put your cursor underneath student one somewhere in one of those lines underneath it. Okay, so now we're going to do a backslash CRE, create linked view of database. Click that. Okay, now click on packages. Okay, but this sucks, right?
Yeah.
Because student one, you see everybody.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're going to fix that right now. On the, you see where the blue button, where it's the blue new button? Don't click
Yeah.
it though. Don't click it. On the all the way to the left in that group of icons, there's the three lines, three horizontal lines. Yeah, click that. This is a filter. Okay, click it. So we're going to filter, click name. Okay, we're still not there. And then type in student one. There you go.
I accidentally hit plus. What do I
That's
do?
okay. Don't worry about it. Just click off of it. Doesn't matter. Just delete that. You can delete that record.
Yay.
There you go. Now you see their package status. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what you can also do, like me, I could care less about how many classes they've used, and I could care less about the column to the right of that. So you can, for example, right click on classes used and click hide.
Yeah.
And then hide the untitled database one too.
Yeah.
That's because this is all you really care about, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so now we need to get underneath student, and that we need to create a linked view of the tracking database too. Okay.
How do we do that?
So backslash.
Down here?
Yep. And then just type CRE. There you go. Linked view of database. Okay. So we want to, we didn't name our table. It's still called new table. That's fine. Click on that new table. Yep.
Oh.
Good. Now we're going to filter this as well.
To be student. I forgot. Oh, it's this one. Filter.
Yep. We got to select name first.
Student. Oh.
Nope, just click name. And then over here, yeah, this, what you just did, I've done that 100 times. Okay, there you go.
Woohoo!
Bingo. So now let's say student one also took a class tomorrow. We can go ahead and record it today. So you can do that right from student one's page. You don't have to go right.
That's great.
So just click new page right there underneath the new table.
This one?
Yep. It's student one, then just put a date in. Whatever. There you go. And package.
Student one.
There you go.
Wow.
So now what's tricky, it's not tricky, but it's something to pay attention to, because I have a few students that take 50-minute classes and 25-minute classes. So I have to have, like Lynn. I have a student, Lynn. I've got Lynn, and then I've got Lynn 50 as package names. So when she takes a 25-minute class, I take it off her 25-minute package. If she takes a 50-minute class, I take it off her 50-minute package. So there you go. That is student one. Now your turn. You get to do student two. Oh, also down here, on the new table on the bottom, you can click plus there. Click plus.
Right
on
here?
The right, other right, military right. Keep going. Down. Right next to packages one, the plus sign.
Oh, this one?
There you go. There you
Add property.
Yeah, you can click text. And you can name that field like notes.
Yeah, I need a notes page.
Yeah. And what I do there, I just do that to keep track of where we left off in class.
Yes.
So I know what to do the next class.
Yes. In one place. Because I
Right.
wrote
In
I
one
wrote the
place.
slide we left on a piece of paper, and I don't know what happened to the piece of paper.
Right.
I had to
Well,
go through
I
the
tried
slide.
using Google Keep. Oh my God, what a nightmare
Oh,
that was.
yeah.
It was like having sticky notes all over your desk.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all. Okay, so let's do the same thing for student 2.
Student
You're on your
2.
own.
I'm scared. Okay. / create
There you
linked
go.
view of database, packages,
Good.
filter by name, student 2.
There
Yay.
you go.
Then / create linked view of database, new table. But what? I forgot. Oh, filter
Same thing as you did up top. Yep.
and student 2. Yeah. And then create text. Ah,
Yeah.
notes. Uh-oh.
Now-
Oh, it already exists? Can I do it still?
Just click off of it.
Text is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't. This is for you. The students will never see this page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what we've done is we've created filtered views of your big databases. Okay, they're not big right now, but they're the biggest data. So you could, if you scroll all the way up, let me show you something. You see where it says share up at the top right, other right.
Oh, yeah.
So click that, and you can click publish. Click over to publish, and you can publish this page, and
Ooh.
people can view it as a web page. The problem is they will see all your students because you can't publish a filtered view of the database, which sucks.
Yeah.
To be honest. Now they're supposed to be coming out with an update to where you can do that. But what I do give my students a page to look at. And how I do that is, you know what, on the left where it says student 2,
Yeah.
add a page there underneath it.
Yeah.
Okay, just call it lesson memos. Okay.
Is there
click
an
in it.
ES?
That's it. No, it doesn't matter. It's only us seeing it.
And everyone on YouTube, but it's fine.
Okay, click off of this. Yep. Okay, now it will put it at the very bottom, so scroll down.
Oh,
What I do is I grab that block. So grab those 6 dots and drag it all the way to the top line. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There you go. Put it right underneath student 2. There you go.
did it work?
Drop it? Nope.
No.
Okay, that's fine. Are you using Windows or a Mac?
Windows.
Okay, so scroll back up. We have to put a line. So where the 6 dots are, the plus sign, I think you need to click Option plus, and that'll add a line above.
Click to add below. Alt
Click to add above.
click. Yeah.
There you go. So now you can drag that lesson memos up to the top there. You can put it right there on that line where there you go, right there. Okay, so click on the lesson memos. We're getting into the paid version now.
Mhm.
But so click underneath lesson memos. I use the AI to create lesson memos for me, but you have to pay for that.
How much is it?
It's $25 a month.
Oh, okay.
I got rid of some things so that I'm not spending any more money. I got rid of ChatGPT and a couple other things. But yeah, you can you can test it out. So do a backslash. Is it even going to give you the, yeah, see that AI meeting notes?
Yeah.
Okay, click it. And you can, yeah, you're limited. So, but that's what I do. And it creates a summary and I have it for every day. And what I do is I create it with a, see the 6 dots again above there?
Yeah.
Yeah, click that. And then you can turn into, you can't do it. So do a alt, click on that plus again.
Oh.
Yeah, alt and click the plus.
Oh.
Okay, now do a slash, backslash, I mean, and scroll down and click toggle list. Yeah, there it is. So you give it I give it a date for the memo, like 7 July. So just type 7 July. Good. Okay, now grab those 6 dots where the notes are. Up, yeah, grab those and drag it right on top of 7 July. To the right, to the right. You know, you got to get it right. You want to get it so that it's part of 7 July. So just grab it. Just grab it. Don't be scared. To
Like
the right,
this?
to the right, to the right, to the right. Now, there. Oh, there.
Yeah.
Good. So,
Cool.
right. That's how I keep it so my page doesn't fill up. And the parents, some of the parents couldn't figure out that they had to click the little triangle. I'm like, come on, it's 2025. All right.
And you would share it. Would you just publish it to share it or
Yes,
email it
that's
to them?
exactly. I publish it to share it. They have their own link. They can go check it right after class is over with the AI notes.
Awesome.
And if you're not, but if you're not using AI notes, this is also where you could just put your regular feedback too.
Right. The notes column we added on the tracking database, that's really just for you so you know where you left off.
That makes sense.
That's how I set it up. But feel free to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And
I like
then,
this.
yeah, it's really workable. It's really workable. And the free version, you're up and running and you're functional right now. Okay.
Yeah.
You are functional right now. And what I do recommend while you're learning it, create a test page. And that's where you test everything before you go messing up your databases. Okay.
Okay.
But if you want to connect to databases like we did, remember you have to do a relation.
Okay. A relation. And this will go, we can watch this video again. I can watch it again and.
No. You only get the one time.
Okay. How can you walk through how to connect it to a calendar?
Oh,
so
no, I don't do that. I don't do that. I absolutely no. I hate the Notion calendar. So my students all book through Calendly. It gets populated into my Google Calendar. I don't even worry about it. Okay. I truly despise the Notion calendar. I played around with it, and you have to. It took me a while to figure it out. I'm like, oh, you know what? This isn't really a calendar like we're used to. This is just another database.
So I love my calendar. Okay, I'm gonna show you really quick. I love my Notion calendar. I use it a little bit differently, but like I have, we'll go in. Hold on.
And on their Lacey, on their student pages, I can share mine afterwards, but I put a lot of other things on there. I put payment links on there so they can just go to their page and pay.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Okay. So I'm going to show you. So like this is my calendar from yesterday. Okay. So I use mine for my goats, right? So that's my calendar from yesterday. And what I do here is I can scroll down, and this is a public goat party. That's why I'm sharing this one. But like you can see here, like it's got my address for it. You could do it in conferencing or whatever, but then it also links it to the person. So if I'm sitting here and I was like, oh, did Lindsay give me photo consent? I can click it. It's going to open up her thing in Notion and show my contract and everything.
Right.
It just depends on what you're using it for. But then, you know, like I have, you know, all of my notes in there and everything. I've got the contract embedded, so like I can open up the contract and see. So is it opening it up? Yeah, so I can open
What
up.
I don't like about the Notion calendar is it's not in the app.
It's a set. Yeah,
If it were in the app, if it were in the app, I would work a little harder on using it. But I'm like, well, I'm just going to have to use another app anyways, so this doesn't really matter to me.
Do you guys do it on your phone? Jay, do you use it on your phone?
It's on my phone. I've never opened it.
Okay.
I do because I'm on the go for mine.
Yeah.
But that's, so I'll show you. How do I share screen on this crazy thing?
Do I need to stop sharing?
No, you don't.
No,
Just go down to the upload button where it says, and then it'll say share screen.
Okay. So I have my student pages here, but the problem with these is this isn't a database or anything. It's just a list, and you can't alphabetize them. So what I did is I created another page called Student Database, and I put them in there. And then I just sorted it by name. But when you want to link to another page, you just do an @ and then, you know, I don't know, I could do @ so I could link to my students, Abby and Theo, their brother and sister. Okay, I could link to their page, but I'm not going to do that. But anyways, let me click on, let's take a look at Zach's page. So these are his recent classes. You see, mine is set up exactly like I showed you.
Yeah.
And if I click on the Memos page, so he only plays with PayPal, so I only gave him PayPal. But these are the AI memos that we've used, and it gives a summary.
Cool.
And it's really good. But it also gives you a transcript. Sometimes I just delete the transcript. I don't know. Sometimes the kids tell me things that I don't think that'll get them in trouble with their parents, so I don't want them to see the transcript. So sometimes I delete the transcript.
How are you doing the pay button? Is that something you could walk her through to add the pay button in there?
Yeah. Is that the paid version? Or the free?
Well, no, I went to PayPal and I just created the button, and then I use a site because you have to embed it, and I use a site that creates a link that I can embed, and I can't remember the name of it. Oh, Aption. Just Google Aption. APPTION. It let me created the embedded link I could use. I have other students, like he wasn't a really good one to show you, to be honest. Twin Meal. So if I go to her page, so I've got PayPal here and WeChat Pay and down here. But what I actually finally ended up doing was just, instead of putting this on everybody's page, you don't really want to do that. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I just created a payment page where they can just go, and I published it, shared the link with everybody. They can just go right here and pay. And I gave them instructions. When they're using Stripe, don't use the WeChat browser, and do use 2 devices.
Yeah. No, this is really good. The payment page, because then they can choose which one.
Right.
You don't have to keep going back and forth. Oh, you want PayPal? Oh, you have to do Stripe. Oh, they can choose.
Right. They can choose. And these are set up to where they just put the dollar amount in. They just put the dollar amount in based on, I'm tired of fighting with parents over exchange rates, because WeChat gives them a really very different exchange rate than what we see. But I got tired of fighting over a couple dollars, and I said, you know what, just go create it, go convert it and put it in there. If it's way too far off, I'll say something and we'll work it out. But I just let them, so yeah, they can just click, and this opens up in Chrome. And
Cool.
let me do another share. Where are we? So they click that link, and yeah, they get this right here. Where is it? Where is it? PayPal.
You're not sharing. You know you're not sharing, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out what page I'm supposed to. Okay, I'm just going to share my screen too. There we go. So, am I sharing now?
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Try it again because I think I clicked off of it.
Oh my God.
Sorry. I'm not allowed to make mistakes. I'm sorry.
So, no, I want to share down here. So that's going to be weird for a second, but when they click on the PayPal link, it brings them here.
And they put the amount in.
Right.
Okay.
If if you're like me, everybody has a different price.
Mm-hmm.
I just get tired of fighting over that. So that's what I did. Nicole has worked hers out a little bit different than mine, but I set her original. I did her original setup with her, just almost exactly what we did here today. And you can, you just have to get in there and figure out what you want. And like I said, do it all on a test page first.
Okay.
Do everything on a test page first, so you don't blow up the real environment.
Do you have a spot, and obviously I don't want you to show this to me, but do you have a spot in each section that gives student information? So maybe what their Xiaohongshu, their WeChat, their email is, the student
I
name.
don't have that in there. I should have that in there. I have all that information, but I haven't put it in here yet. But you could very easily do that.
Okay. And then you could also take the student tracking, the trial tracker, that knowing how, now you know how to do this, Lacey. You have the trial tracker from the Enroll and Grow Challenge. You can take that trial tracker and put it right in here and then convert into it. And then there's also, let me go. Hold on, let me go. Where's mine?
Yeah, I love the trial tracker, but once they sign up, it's done. The trial tracker's done. So this can be, I can put the trial tracker into this, and then put what packages they've signed up with. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
And on the student page where you've got the two databases, you can put whatever you want in there because you're the only one that's going to see it. Okay.
So you could also go through, and one of the things that I do now I'm obviously I'm gonna fix mine now that I know how, now that I know how you do yours. I'm gonna make my database better for that. And yeah. So one of the things that you can do here is you can put check marks in here too. So you would be able to do like took a trial, converted, or whatever on your trial tracker, the same way that you do it for your Google spreadsheet.
Let me show this because there's some things that I have on mine that I didn't show Lacey. So packages. So on my packages page, I have a payment status. When they get to 2 classes are left, it puts this here. I created this where I have which platform.
That's great.
You've got 5 students. This isn't necessary.
They're all on different platforms.
Well, right. That's the problem I have right now.
Yeah, most of them are on Koala Go, but
yeah, then I put this stuff in there too. But this stuff you can figure. If you want this payment status, like when they get below a certain level, if you want that, just get in touch with me and I'll figure that out for you.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks.
Megan helped me with that part, actually. And this was not my original creation. I have to always give Megan credit. She got me started. And mine looks very different than hers. And also what I do on the memo page where they have their payment, where they can make a payment, I also put a screenshot of their payment there. And when they get to 2 classes, so let's take a look at Grace. I know Grace is not renewing. They are moving to England. It's just one at a time. But Grace. So I would take a screenshot. I would just take a screenshot of just this much, and I would come over here. I would come over here to her memos page, and I would do an option plus. And I would paste that in there so the parent could see it when they went to look at the memos. So I don't have to send them messages anymore.
That's great.
And again, this is that database. This is one of the databases that you can't share because they will see every one of your students. Okay.
The big database, but they can
Right.
see their memos.
Right. They can see
They
the
have the
memos.
link. Yeah.
Right. And that's why this can only be a screenshot. There is a way around it, but I wouldn't do it. And that is to create a separate packages and tracking database for each one of your students. You don't want to do that because if you want to make a change, you're going to have to make it 100 times on each database. Now you only got to make one change.
Yeah, I think a screenshot is good.
Or you could do the subscriptions like I do instead of having to worry about that.
You could. A lot of my students are on short packages. It's almost the same thing as a subscription at this point.
Yeah.
All this big group of students that I took in, they'll buy 10 classes at a time. Like, okay, that's fine. I don't care.
That's awesome.
And Jillian, Nicole and I recorded a podcast last night, and we did kind of a high-level overview of Notion. And I want to link, when I post it on YouTube, I want to link this to it. I want to put a link to this in the description.
Is that podcast published?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. So when that podcast is published, I will put that in the
I'll give me your link and I'll give you mine.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay. Yes, right. I can do that. And then also I do want to say, if anybody is not on my newsletter, let me double check and make sure that I've got the newsletter thing here for you. But make sure that you're subscribed to the Independent Teacher Academy newsletter, because that way, here I'll just student magnet form, and then that'll subscribe you to the newsletter. That and anything else comes out, make a checklist for this whole thing that you can go through. I'll make a blog post for this whole, like the training that Jay did as well. So like you've got an easy thing to refer back to. That way you'll be able to get all those future things that come out, anything that we do, anytime we have a training for this or whatever, or a training like anything. Thank you, Jay, so much. Lacey, how do you feel about this?
No, you know what? I'm really curious what other people do with it, because everybody has different ideas and ways to do things. I really hope I get to see what they come up with. So
it is.
I'm excited.
I wish that I would have had something like this when I started teaching.
Oh God, me too.
I mean, my trial tracker that I've used, you in Teacher Boss Society, you guys have the exact systems that I've been using right along ever since I had to figure out a system. So you already know what I'm using if you're in Teacher Boss Society, or if you've done anything, like if you've ever done the Enroll and Grow Challenge or ever had my trial tracker, you already know what I use. This is something that would have made it so much easier because everything's connected and like it is so much better. I think that, yeah, I mean,
It's like a mini LMS, and it's probably what people need more than the full-blown LMSs that I've looked at.
yeah. Yeah. And you could also, like, in your memos, if you have class recordings and you have them on YouTube, you could probably embed them in there, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can put those in there.
So
You can put a YouTube link in there, and actually, if you are doing class recordings, I don't do them anymore. You should save them on YouTube and not Google Drive, because you don't have to pay for that space on YouTube.
Good tip. I have a
Right.
mom that just asked me to record classes. So
I don't do it anymore. I just
Yeah.
tell them they can get their own recording software. But I don't do it.
yeah, that's awesome. If you're recording classes and you're uploading them to YouTube, though, be careful if you're using something that belongs to somebody else. So if you're using like a super simple song or something, you might not want to put that onto YouTube, because that could be a copyright violation. And even if it's
Will they even care if it's private? Will they even care?
yeah, even if it's private or unlisted, the system automatically flags it. So you can still get a copyright violation for that. So just be careful if you're using stuff like that. But I mean, you can do you could do links to things too if you have something. I mean, there's different ways around it.
Right.
But yeah, and there are different services too. Like if you use
What about Vimeo? Is that still a thing? Is that even still around?
Vimeo is, yeah. If you use Youku, which is the Chinese version, you can do that, but they have really strict things about kids being shown in videos. I had permission and posted it, and they actually disabled my account. So that's the Chinese YouTube. I was so excited. I'm like, I'm gonna be a Chinese YouTube star. Which I was really disappointed in that, because it was. I thought I was gonna do something with that.
you're gonna go viral in China, and then they shut you down.
Yeah.
And then, so something I do is I put the flag
I like
of
it.
the country that the students are from.
Oh, it's awesome.
And then this is, now these are twins and an older sister. So I got those. I don't really. And this is something extra. I create a daily student list. So tonight I'll go in here and I'll click that, and I'm going to make this a toggle list. So it would be 7 July. Oops. 7 July. And then I'm going to do, so I would list my students in order that I'm going to teach them. But I do that by putting an @ and who is my first student tomorrow? Okay, it's Emma. @ Emma and Sophie. And then, so that's there. And this is where I work mostly from, because I just click on that and it takes me right to their page.
Wow.
Yes, badass, right?
Yeah.
You do that by using that @ symbol.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
And then, I can collapse these because they're the toggle list. So I can add another one, would be @ Lynn. And then
Boom.
Lynn is the student that, she takes 25-minute and 50-minute classes from me. She takes both.
Okay. Cool.
I have another question for
Sure.
you. Do you currently teach any group lessons?
Not right now. I'm not teaching any.
And you have that many
Okay.
students?
If you were
Hmm?
if you were to teach a group lesson, how would you set it up in Notion differently?
You know what? To be honest, I wouldn't. I would create a group that would be set up the same as a single student.
That makes sense.
And
Okay.
I'm using AI for the memos. Everybody would get the same memo. And I don't edit the memos after AI creates them. The parents get the good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't even read them, to be honest with you. I don't even read them. But I wouldn't set it up any differently. That could be wrong. Maybe somebody, let's say you got a group class of like 6 students. I certainly don't want, there's no need to, because I don't know how you set up your group classes, but to me, if a student misses a week, they misses a week, they're charged. That just, so I treat the group as one student.
Yeah. But
Okay.
what would be cool is, say that student does miss that day and you record the lesson, that's in the
They can
group.
view it.
They can go look
Right.
at what everyone did.
Right.
And then if you do, you could also probably do, like, you have a daily student list. You could do a current student list for your group. So each student could have their own page with notes that you might want to know about them. And you
Oh,
could
yeah,
do
you
a
could
list
do
of
that.
who's.
Yeah. But as far as
So if you,
packages and tracking, though, like I don't have any problem giving them their own page for that kind of stuff. But as far as the lesson tracking and the package tracking, I would just make the group one page, because that's when I do. So I've only done group lessons as like a cohort where everybody goes through it together. They don't come and go. It was like because I did weather classes. The students went through together, and there were no people show up for a week and then don't come back for 6 weeks. There was none of that.
Okay. Yeah. So my group classes have always been on a subscription base, and it's they if they stop paying, they stop coming, but they can join in at any point in time, and it's kind of like a
I would need to
a club. I called it like a club, like a reading and writing club, or a conversation
Yeah.
I
club.
would need to think about how I would handle that. I think I would still probably handle it, but yours are different because one person joins, but somebody else has been there for 8 weeks, so they're going to each need their own student tracking and package page. They're gonna all need that, so I would, in your case, I would treat them all separately, but I would still have a group.
Yeah, I would never need to worry about that though, because I just create a subscription link for them, and then they wouldn't be going back into it. Like,
Right.
yeah. So yeah, for some, yeah. Okay. I think most people don't do that though. I think most people use packages. So
I was pushing really big packages for a long time. Geez, I sold one student 200 lessons.
Whoa.
I am a hell of a salesman. But I don't do a hard sell. But now I'm going back to trying to just sell them 10 at a time. But
it's easier. I did the same thing. It's easier when you're doing the smaller packages, not super small, but
I won't sell less than 10 anymore. I won't sell less than 10.
Yeah. All right. Hold on a second. What? Okay. All righty. Well, if anybody has any questions when you're watching this, be sure to leave a comment and we can come back and answer your questions. Make sure, I did put a link in the chat box and in the description boxes as well. Make sure you get on my email list, because I will send out the checklist for you and everything, like everything that goes along with that. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Lacey, thank you for being the guinea pig for this to do live.
Lacey,
Jay, thank you.
So because I did this, I've signed up to be your personal helper on this if you ever need any help. Just send me a
Thank you.
message.
I'm excited.
And now you've got some students. You already have some students that you can put in there. You know how to do
I'm
it
like,
on your
should
own.
I just keep doing the test page, or should I just plug my real students in? Like, what do you think, Jay?
It's up to you. Now, what I did for like 3 weeks, because I was like, the spreadsheets I know are always good. They're always going to be there. This is something new. I don't really trust it. It took me a while, and I was using both my spreadsheets and Notion for a while now. I'm done with the spreadsheets. I don't use them anymore. Because even if your computer blows up, this is all saved in the cloud. This is all online. You can go to the Notion webpage and do the same thing.
From anywhere.
You
It
can,
doesn't have to be my
you're,
computer. Yeah, that's great.
exactly.
Cool.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys out later. And I hope that people were watching this live. I hope you were doing it live, or nobody was commenting. So I'm assuming that they were
They
going
were
through and
busy.
doing it
Yeah.
with you.